What makes people pretend to be something they're not? What makes people do stuff like that? People will pretend to be police. People will pretend to be dentists. I just saw something about a lady in the Chicago area who's been going around pretending to be a dentist. She had gotten in trouble repeatedly for doing it, practicing dentistry unlicensed. People been doing that for a long, long time here in the States. I know they do it in other countries. What made people pretend to be a police? That's a big problem. Why would you want to pretend to be a cop? I mean, people they don't go after the simple jobs. Pretend to be a waitress or waiter or something like that. You know, those who are waitresses and waiters in restaurants, they ain't pretending. They trying their best. You know, they are. I mean, but these people goes after top dangerous jobs. I mean, pretend to be a surgeon. You see all the stories of people, women, cosmetic procedures, and how these people are being shafted. They are spending tons of money on fake doctors. People would go and doctor up, you know, those credentials and stuff like that. Get them an office. People would do stuff like I understand the nerves of people. They would actually take the time and go get them an office, set it up, put all sorts of plaques and stuff up, get all the stuff, and make it look real. People have made a lot of money off of pretending to be something they're not, depending on the severity of the job. But why would you want to be a cop? Why would you want to imitate being a cop? People imitate being doctors, surgeons. I mean, you name it, they do it. Lawyers, they do it. And eventually, they get caught. And a lot of them ruin people's lives, take people's lives behind their stuff. That don't make no sense. People does that on a regular all the time. White men love to pretend to be police. That's what they like. Contractors, home improvement contractors, they pretend to be all sorts of professionals. Just rip people off. Take people's lives. That's what happened to that woman. Them two women from Atlanta that went to Jackson, Mississippi about 10 years ago to get them butt implants, them BBLs. When they got there and saw that fella, one woman wanted to turn around and go back. The other woman wanted to do it. She did it. That woman didn't even make it home. Back to Atlanta. What? 6-hour drive? She didn't even make it back to Atlanta. About 2 hours after they got back in the car, that woman took sick and eventually died. That man injected chemicals in that woman. immediately contaminated her bloodstream. It ain't funny. But those type of people are the reason why these people exist. They are the very reason why them type of people exist. It's bad. After natural disasters and stuff, fake contractors was coming around people, neighborhoods, disasters, and rip folks off. Insurance companies and stuff, insurance fraud. People don't care. They would try anything. I don't have them type of nerves. But if you're gonna be a scammer, you're gonna be a crook, you have to have them nerves. A lot of people get away with that stuff for a long time, but eventually, it's a dead end road. Eventually, they get caught. I see the news and stuff all the time. Fake everybody, fake everything out there, ripping folks off. Scammers. Fake real estate brokers. Fake car salesmen. They'll show you the license and everything. You go there, all wherever you go, they make it look believable to your eyes. You ain't up there running them numbers on them certificates, on them licenses. You ain't running that. They know that. When a lot of people go to them cosmetic procedures, they get it's out of desperation mode anyway. After natural disasters and stuff, people start popping up, claiming to do this and that. People, they try to play on your desperation mode. I can get this done for cheaper, and I ain't got to go through the insurance company. But there are a lot of them said we can talk to the insurance company for you. So get all the people information. Just rip the folks off. And I feel like our country not doing enough to try to track down scammers. That's a problem. That is a problem. Cyber scams and all that. Companies. See, big companies are being hit, forced to give up ransoms. So many thousands of dollars. Then they get a code. They hit my phone one time before. I think a lot of people done seen that. You go on certain sites and stuff, you look at certain stuff, and they'll hit you with a ransom. They'll be trying to force you to pay that ransom before they unlock your phone. They give you a code. Been there. They pay no ransom though. But it's amazing. Women and men. I just saw something, last night or early this morning, I was looking at the news, scanning through the YouTube news stuff. Well, a couple, a husband and a wife team done got in trouble for scamming people. They were pretending to be some type of contractors. People don't care. People do not care. Ooh, Lord Jesus, I ain't never had them type of nerves. But, a lot of people out there do that. That means they would set up shop and pretend to be anything. That's why, you get, when they get very nervous and anxious if you do start asking questions. They called my phone, repeated trying to scam me out of some money. If you ever went to a title loan place or a place to borrow some money, them people go and get their information. They called me about 2 years ago. Went back, somehow they got their information. and made it look real. We saw where you went to such, so you out going to the place. I said, yeah, I went to this place, but I ain't getting no money. I remember the place. I said, I ain't getting no money. They were trying to make me set up a payment. I started asking questions. They got mad. They got agitated. One guy just got, golly, I guess they feel like they had me on the hook because I was showing concern. One guy hung up. I hung up on one guy. They called me back. Tried to make it sound real good, like they were concerned. Well, you can just. I said, well, y'all send me something in the paper, in the mail, to let me know I owe this bill. Then I'll set up a payment plan. No, why you can do that? Why you want to do that when you can just go ahead and do it now and trying to get the first payment? They were trying to get something out of it. Well, if you go ahead and just set up a payment now and go and give a bank, then we'll send you the paper. We'll see you. So no, just send me the information first, cause I ain't never heard nothing about this. Then finally, the guy said, "Okay, we'll send it." I ain't heard nothing else from him. I done changed my number 2 or 3 times since then. But this is what they'll do. Why old people always get attacked and taken advantage of. Everybody have been scammed at some point in their life. It's unavoidable. But at what level? And you have to learn very quickly. Because they would threaten you with jail time. They would threaten you all that. You have to remember, when they come after you like that, they can't force you to go. Ain't nothing criminal. It's all civil. So when they scare a lot of people. They had to get a lot of people, old people. My wife working customer service at Kroger's. She can testify that people have been pressured. People coming out, those scammers would have people to go in them places and get money orders and cards and load them up and transfer their money to them. She has done it. She said she got what she's trying to save a lot of people. She know them people being scammed, but a lot of them just scared. They'll pull information. Somehow they get access to the information where somebody in the family may have been locked up or somebody abroad. They can find all that, and they will use that. Have them people go and get money orders or cards. Most what they do now is load them up, get money cards, and just transfer the money like what they use now. It ain't cash yet. Green Dot or something like that. For a lot of women, a lot of people who send money to the jails, to loved ones in jail, they usually have a card or something, they'll load it up. People do that. See, them folks used to come in all the time. She said she know a lot of them people getting scammed. She tried to help them, but ain't only so much she can do. But this world is full of crooks. Full of crooks. People, they have nerves of steel where they will go out and do stuff like that. I learned my lesson a few years ago, a long time ago, when I got scammed out a couple $100. But I think about the people that lost millions, that lose millions. There's one lady just committed suicide a few weeks ago because she was scammed out of all her savings. She had like a $1.5 million. I guess she had inherited. She lost it due to a scam. She committed suicide, drowned herself. This stuff is serious. This stuff is serious. People are being scammed even out of their homes now. I'm looking at this. Squatters. I'm gonna talk about that later, but I got to do some more investigations. But it's a lot of stuff going on. American citizens have to deal with a lot of stuff. I mean, citizens abroad. But I'm only focused on what's going on in America. A lot of stuff is going on in other countries and all that. I mean, but man, it's bad. The Bank accounts always being attacked, trying to be hacked. People just won't sustain. This world is full of crooks. They won't stop. Greed. Greed is a driving force. Ain't nowhere in the world I go out there and pretend to be a police. Nowhere in the world I go out there and pretend to be a surgeon. Or a surgeon, any type of surgeon. Nowhere in the world I go out there and pretend to be a mechanic. I don't like working on vehicles or nothing. I work on my car by how to, but I'm not a mechanic. People go out there and pretend to be plumbers and stuff like that. I mean heavy stuff, not simple stuff. People, need heavy plumbing work and all type of housework. There are people out there who are nothing but scammers. They lay around and wait on them calls and stuff. They run false ads. They run false YouTube pages and stuff like that, channels. All a scam. They come over your house, get that money, a deposit. You know how they pay half up front and if they can get half up front, that's it. That's all they don't accomplish their mission. $1,500 job, they get half of that up front. They done profit. You'll never see them again. Then you got to still take your car to the mechanic. Yeah. When we growing up in the hood, when I was growing up, we had crackheads, boy. Crackhead, a lot of people look down on crackhead, but back in the day, crackhead had use. You just could find, you always had a crackhead in the hood who knew how to do breaks and stuff like that. Cut your yard and all that stuff. I was telling my wife the other day, man, we need to find us some crackheads somewhere. A lot of people mistreat crackheads. If you get a crackhead do some work now, $200 or $300 job, they want to give them $25. Back in the day, though, crackhead used to be trustworthy in the neighborhood. They wouldn't mess, as long as you take care of people knew they wouldn't mess with them. They wouldn't mess with folks because they knew they always gonna get some work. But people started ripping off crackheads. Want them to do tough jobs, all that job, put brakes all the way around and cost for $25. Come on, man. Come on. Want a crackhead to take a push mower to cut a big backyard and front yard for $10. Come on. You get a yard service, they gonna cost you well over $300. Get a man at least $50, $60. I ain't never been that type of person. Even though if I use crackhead, I don't never try to rip folks off. I try to, make it good for them. I don't think you can hardly find too many trustworthy crackheads nowadays. They all pretty much dead and gone. They low down now too. Crackheads you'd have on, they wouldn't mess with folks. Boy, back in the day, crackheads, they wouldn't mess with folks. They wouldn't bite the hands that fed them. Man, but there's a lot of scammers out there. People have them nerves. White men always getting busted trying to be police. Doctors, lawyers, all that stuff. Man. Heavy career jobs. Jobs that require lots of training and lots of contractors and all that licensing and all this stuff. They would get out there and do it. I just wanted to touch on that. You got some stories, let me know. Even about the crackhead. Y'all remember them days crackheads used to be trustworthy?